We're here in Huntington Beach with Ryan from Coastline Pools. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Man. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us.
I love this project. This project's really nice. It's nice and small, obviously.
Yeah.
You have some challenges to work with because of the space. But the nice thing is
it pushes us in a direction.
Right.
It kind of forces our hand to some degree.
And it's easy on a budget, too.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. I mean, the tougher part is going to be the access, right?
Right.
That's the tougher portion of this. But, as soon as we get in here and dig it, and after that, we're ready to go. So we kind of get after it pretty quickly.
Nice and simple, too, and practical. We go to a lot of these job sites and, the budget, obviously.
Yeah.
Instead of an $800,000 budget, they might have something smaller where we have to do something like this.
Right.
It's more practical, really.
So something like this would fit more into someone's overall aesthetic for their house, I think.
Yep.
Whereas, a project in this scope and what's included here is probably close to the mid 100s.
Okay.
Maybe 175 with some different finishes, but that's reasonable. I think for this area, we see a lot of our contracts come in at about 125 to 250. That's what we see.
Well, I like it because it has all the wants and needs, right? We got the blaze grills, we got the nice kitchen.
Yeah.
We got the fire pit, which is a must.
That's
you
right.
know what I mean?
That's right.
And then we have the pool with the spa, nice clean lines. What else can you ask for?
It's tough. And we spend a lot of time here because these, if you notice the mitered edge on the coping,
yes.
It's the water line is the same material as the coping itself, and these lines, you can feel them. There's no roughness to them. They're all factory edge smooth.
Nice in and out.
That's right. And you can see the raised bond beam where we have the tile drop down with the cutouts for the shears. That's a great feature in itself.
Yeah, I love the spa and how the spa completely goes down the tile. You brought the tile down into the water.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about your choices for this.
Well, we try and minimize grout lines. That's the whole idea, right? Less grout, less calcium.
Yep.
So we're going to fight that to the end of time. However, this will minimize our exposure to additional grout lines, whereas a 1x1 might be pretty difficult because you have a lot more grout, a lot more stickiness to it. So what we like to do here is bring this all the way down to the Baja. It gives it a very custom, unique look. It looks like a cube that's been placed in the pool. And I think the aesthetic of it is, it's a value add where you're like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Turf, so we incorporate.
I like this little accent around the fire pit too.
Yeah, we were kind of vacillating between if we were going to do a Mexican rock or turf or DG, and we go, you know what, turf is going to really soften this up. So let's put some turf here, and we use Tiger Turf out of Anaheim, and they're a great supplier for us, and that's where we get all of our turf from. This turf has black because it doesn't get too hot in Huntington Beach. The harbor is just right, a stone throw away.
Yep.
So we have some nice weather here. We're pretty fortunate. But in the desert areas or whereas other areas where you would have some additional heat exposure, there's a white bottom turf.
Yeah.
And I think that's being more incorporated into the desert areas as of now. We have a few projects in Temecula where we're going to be doing that on.
Yeah. You get the veneer stone. You tied it in with the grill area.
That's right.
The countertop.
And the driveway coming up.
Yes,
I don't know if you noticed.
Yes. I love it with the little cobble look.
Right. So he had brick there prior. So we saw cut all those out, demoed it out, and replaced it with a nice stone.
I love it. I love all the details. What about lighting? I know we're going to see a project of yours later with lighting and stuff.
That's right.
How important is lighting in a project like this?
It's very important. I mean, it gives the backyard almost a pulse, right? It gives it its own identity almost, where you can do uplights or strip lights or spotlights or whatever kind of lights. I think, and my wife would also say I'm a little light heavy.
Yeah.
Because it just does it.
It's okay
It
though.
does it.
Yeah.
And so when we set these lights up with people, like especially for LED strip lights, we have different zones, so they don't have to have them all on, all off. We have a controller for here, a controller for there, dim, color, whatever it is. And so I think we really try to optimize the light exposure.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a no-brainer.
It is.
It is. It almost has to be in every design.
But it's
obviously.
low budget in the world of $250,000.
Yeah.
To do some landscape lighting and really transform the whole backyard.
Yeah. Coastline Pools, Huntington Beach project. I love it. We got the Blaze LTE. We got the 3-drawer door combo, the refrigerator, sink, and then your access door. You tie it together with the fire pit, with the warming trends, H-burner. And I love this affinity edge right here. It's made out of porcelain tile, just nice and clean. And you deal with a project with a budget that's not so intense, so you stay pretty practical with a job like this. And this is what the customer wanted, and this is what Coastline Pools gave them. It's perfect. We're headed out to Mission Viejo for Coastline Pools, another project. Stay tuned. Second project in sunny California, and introducing Christy.
Hello.
So we have a husband-wife tandem business. What are some great things to having a husband and wife business?
I think there's a lot of great things. I love working with Ryan every day, my husband.
Yeah.
We bounce ideas off each other. I know that I always have somebody I can go to and say, hey, there's an issue here, what do you think? And vice versa. So I think it's awesome working with each other and spending every day together.
So what is your role in the business?
So I'm behind the scenes. I like to deal with customers and do tile choices and just making sure everything's run properly, making sure everything's scheduled and
collecting the money.
And collecting the money. The most important, yeah, the most important part.
So you got to keep on Ryan with all the details
All
and
the
making
time.
sure he's doing his thing.
All the time.
So pretty much he's your boss.
Yeah, you got it.
A lot of the engineering, we talked about it.
That's right,
And
yep.
a lot of detail work to it. What are some challenges that you guys run into with projects like this, you know, in the design aspect of it?
This one particularly, we deal with a slope, and it's in a flood zone where you have a lot of hard compacted clay or bedrock, in fact. So the challenges are we had to add what's called a hydrostatic valve to the base of the pool. And effectively what that does is it alleviates water pressure from underneath the pool into the water, into the pool itself, so
Yep.
it doesn't pop out of the ground preemptively or on its own.
Yeah, yeah. Now, are you also doing the marketing end of?
I am.
You
Yes,
are.
I am doing the marketing.
So when you're done, you set up appointments to come do all the photo shoots.
That's
and all
right.
like
Yeah,
that?
get some drone videos, get pictures. I mean, I love that. I never thought I would like the marketing, but I do love it.
So we're at project number 3, and everything's been beautiful.
Thank you.
The thing I noticed with this is the view is amazing. I mean, it's hard to beat.
It's pretty expansive.
Yeah. But you got a huge view, and you also have a huge project,
That's right.
which
That's right.
I love here. We got one of 2 sunken patios, right?
Yes, sir.
And then a bocce court. We got a sunken trampoline, a lot of turf to soften everything up.
That's right. The biggest feature here is going to be that sunken fire pit area, right?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
obviously the game changer, the
Yeah.
wow factor, especially with the cantilevered bar top with bar stools on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, besides the fireplace, the outdoor living, the bars, everything.
Yeah.
This space has it
It's
all.
hard to leave. It's
Yeah.
hard to leave. But MSI flooring, travertine coping, smooth stucco backrests, decked in fire pit, decked in bar top. Of course, we have some TimberTech steps with some more MSI flooring there.
Yeah, and I love, again, we talked about it, but the color changing lighting.
The nice part about this particular light strips, you can control the being much brighter or much less bright.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you have full control.
I mean, you see everything up here.
This point to the other corner of the pool there required what's called a key. A key is just when you don't have enough space or distance between the shallowest point of the pool and the slope of the existing landscape.
Yep.
So what we had to do is dig 8 feet down the whole way, and it's 8 feet deep by 2 feet, about 2 feet wide.
Yep.
And we shot the pool with shotcrete at 4,500 PSI and did it all at one time monolithically, so there's no cold joint between the footing and the pool, so it's as stable as possible.
You guys, look at this project here. 2 sunken in fire pits, a bocce court, a sunken trampoline, but the best of all, besides the pool, look at this view. All right, it's hard to beat this. Irvine, California, Coastline Pools, our 4th project. It's amazing. Let's check this out. So one of my favorite features about this entire design is this fire table. It's got a Warming Trends linear burner with a Dekton top and a Dekton base. It's just amazing. I mean, this is just the beauty of it, right? You got artists and designers putting something together on paper, the consultation, the sales process. I mean, look at this lighting, the backdrop, the fire features, the pool, the sunken patio. And again, how important, I can't tell you guys how important lighting is. You see it, the color changing. If you're not doing color changing, think about it. Look at how much color changing lights brings to a design. We're showing you right here. Look at this fire pit with the sunken seating. And then you move all the way over here to another part of the design with a fire tabletop, your outdoor kitchen, grill, refrigerator, pizza oven, beautiful countertops. You even got a live wall on the back. All of the greenery. This job's a home run. So we had a packed day with Coastline Pools. Christy and Ryan, I just want to thank you guys for your time. The jobs have been amazing. Check these videos out here on the Outdoor Project Podcast.